Good evening, my people. How's everything going? Dr. Peace in the house, kicking you some more knowledge on that love thing and that peace thing that we all want. So, I got a little topic that I want to bring up, and it's about relationships. But first of all, I want you to continue to subscribe, continue to like, and continue to follow my page because I really appreciate it. But you know me, I'm all about peace right now, and I'm just sitting back, I'm relaxing right now. It's about that time. It's about that time to get that groove on. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, before I do, gotta get that stogie ready. Gotta get it ready. Gotta cut it out properly. Once I get that popping, we'll be right on topic. Just bear with me. You know the routine. Yes, back to my beautiful people out there. So, you know my topic's been all about peace. And how we get that peace. And what we have to do to obtain that peace. Very important. We gotta make sure that we're always getting that. So, a buddy of mine I spoke to a couple days ago, I'm not saying no names or anything, but he asked me a question. It was very interesting. He said, what do you do if you suspect that your lady is cheating on you? And I stopped for a minute and I processed and I said, well, if you want some peace, you gotta find some closure. But then I thought about it again. And I said to myself, in my mind, I said, first we gotta look ourselves in the mirror. If you've been with somebody for a long time, you have to start thinking about how you've been treating this person. So I brought it up to him and I said, listen, you guys been together for almost 30 years. You suspect these things, but you don't know for sure. But my thing to him, my question to him was, have you been treating her like a queen? Does she feel wanted? And how long's this been going on? So I just wanted to have him break it down because, you know, I've always been a mama's boy. And I always, you know, she taught me that women are precious. My father also. And you got to treat them as such. You got to give them that attention. You got to nurture them just like a flower. And that has to be consistent. I understand sometimes, you know, you have your ups and downs, but you got to come back strong. And the way he's looking at it, he's only looking at her side. But I'm bringing it back to him and I'm saying, listen, you've been together for over 30 some years. You've been, you know, you've got kids, you're interacting with the families, for years. You know, you have a connection. So you thought. So I always come back to this. My buddy needs some peace. This is stopping his peace mode. And I got some strategies for him, and I got some, you know, a little bit of game for him to break it down. You know, it might be too late for him, but at the end of the day, I want him to understand that you have to be able to take ownership for what you're doing. He's got to take ownership. And what I mean by that is, has he been doing what he's supposed to do? Did he get too complacent? Do they go on these dates? Do they make it fresh sometime? Like, what's he doing? How did it get to this point? So I just wanted to wake his mind up a bit and let him think about not what she was lacking, but what he hasn't been doing to make her happy. Because obviously if she's out there running, that means he hasn't been taking care of business. Whether it's at home, in the bedroom, whatever it is, he hasn't been taking care of business. And I'm breaking it down to him. You got to treat your queen like she's special. You have to treat her like she's special. And that's just how it goes. You have to treat them like they're special. And that means you got to go above and beyond sometimes. Give her some flowers. Take her out to dinner. Take her to a movie. You can't just be married for 30-something years. Don't take her on a trip. Don't take her out anywhere. You know, you're like a stranger in the house. You got to keep it fresh. And I understand you got kids, all that stuff. Yeah, that comes with it. We're not perfect. You got to let them know you love them. And she probably felt neglected. Not saying that it's right what she's doing, because that's wrong too. But he has to start taking ownership of what he's been lacking. And that's being nurturing to your partner in life. Let me just smoke this for a minute and process. Because I don't want to see my buddy go through this. Because it's, you know, it makes me feel bad. I want peace for everybody. And right now, he needs that peace. One suggestion I told him was, go to some counselor. If you don't want to go to counseling, get spiritual. Go to church if you have to. Go on a trip together. Just you and her. Try to rekindle stuff. But I understand that's hard because he feels like somebody else is knocking at the door. So my thing right now is he needs to take some advice. He needs to think about what he's doing and make a game plan if he wants to still be in this relationship or if he wants to move on. I want everybody to subscribe. If you're enjoying this conversation, hit the like button. Send me a comment. I'll be happy to answer. But we got to understand, we got to treat our women special. I'm telling you, you're going to lose them. You got to treat them like gold. Because that brings peace. A man in a relationship can only find peace if he's given peace to his girlfriend or his wife. That's just how it works. And if you're not doing that, you ain't gonna find no peace. It's very simple. Put in that work, put in that time, and then you have time to do what you gotta do. But if you don't do that, you ain't gonna be happy. She's gonna be nagging you. She ain't gonna be talking to you. She's gonna look at you like, what's going on? She's gonna be going out every minute. You don't know where she is. She ain't phoning you no more. There's no more, hi, I love you. None of that. Because the next man's rolling in. And it's a sad thing. Because when a brother's hurt, you know that song, when a woman's fed up, she's fed up. That love is gone. And she moved on. So now you got to deal with the repercussions. And those repercussions aren't good. So my thing is, we got to find peace in all our life. And if we don't do it, we don't have peace. We can't sit back here and process like me, having a stogie. Today, I'm sipping on a little bit of wine. Took a break from the scotch. I said, let me have a little relaxation because we got a big snowstorm coming up, so I'm relaxing. As you can see, got the hat on, rocking the scarf, rocking the hoodie. You know how we do it. We keep it real. We keep it authentic. As I said before, and I keep on saying it, we don't use no AI up in here. Right? So again, I gotta say my piece. My body is in perfect harmony. Every cell vibrates with radiant health, strength, and vitality. You know how I do it. I say that about 8 times a day. And once you say these things, it becomes real. That's how we live. It's the energy in your body. How you process your mind, that's how it is. We got to start understanding that stuff. If you say you're going to have a bad day, you're going to have a bad day. If you say you ain't going to find no peace, you definitely ain't going to find no peace. But guess what? Mr. Frazier's finding some peace. Dr. Peace in the house. And I'm spreading the love. I'm spreading the love. I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day, whether it's morning, night, or evening. I want to give blessings to all the less fortunate out there. I got you in my prayers. It's always something when you're finding peace and you know that there's somebody out there that got no peace. It's a sad thing. So I always got to put a prayer for them. Gotta always thank the Creator for blessing me to be able to be here, talk to people, try to help them, and keep them moving. Because that's what we do. Dr. Peace in the house. Until next time. I'll be back. Not but love for all my peeps. Like I say, continue to subscribe and hit that like button. Peace. I'm out.